check this out, right? There was only one law, and that was the law of karma. That law covered any action you could possibly do to anything. This golden rule, it protects anything with a consciousness from suffering at the hands of another. Why? Do unto others as you have them do unto you. The people who didn't like the law of karma and the golden rule, they didn't like it because they were slave masters. They were going around the world on conquests, right? Now, let me show you something. On one side, you got a people that was trying to conquer themselves. See, let me get, you need to see this in perspective, right? So on one side, you got a group of people who had a system that was about conquering the ego. And on the other side, you had a group of people with a system that was to justify them going around conquering the world. So the barbarians, they wanted to conquer the outside world. They were conquistadors. They are still out there trying to conquer the world. So you got two groups of people. They're like night and day. Everything about the systems we built was about conquering the inner world, your ego, and leaving people alone and let them folks mind their business. You mind yours, right? Do unto others as you have them do unto you. Them people ain't touch you. Don't you go putting your hands on them, right? That's what we taught before the barbarians showed up. But the barbarians had a different system. They was the lawless ones. They were vandals and Huns, pillagers and ransackers. And they didn't have no golden rule. They didn't care nothing about no law of karma. They were lawless, y'all. You had two different kind of people. And these two kind of people were separated by which brain they operated under. See, these people built systems off of the right brain. These people built systems off of the left brain. And these people had a predatory system that even predated on their own. So not only did they go around the world putting other people down, they built rank systems within their own societies that if you wasn't survival of the fittest, the weak people was at the bottom, the strong is at the top. Our world wasn't like that, right? When old people got old and weak, we still had them at the top of everyone as oracles and elders for their wisdom. Barbarians weren't like that. They had they old people po in the street with swords on them, just like they do they veterans today. Just like when the old people retire today, they don't want to give them no social security. We still in the barbarian system. Children, women, and old people are at the bottom because their shit is based upon your muscles, what you can do for the military. It's like a wolf pack. It's based upon physical strength, and that's all they value. You see, whereas we were more internal. We value wisdom. You can be a crippled, handicapped person. If you had knowledge of the universe that was profound, we would put a crown on your head and call you an elder. The barbarians is coming, they would laugh at that. They would say, look at these dummies. Look at their kings. Their kings are old, weak people. Look at their little old oracles. When the barbarians came to our stuff, they was like, these people are stupid. They got their old people wearing crowns versus their strongest men. They got their strongest men respecting that old lady right there. The barbarians couldn't understand that. Like, what the hell? Y'all giving respect on over here. See, because they didn't understand our system of respect and values. Theirs was all physical might, conquest based. Right? You got to understand that before we get deep with how you even get into blood sacrifice today, because the thing about it is this: barbarians had to find a way to do away with the law in the minds of their people, because a barbarian ain't naturally created. A barbarian is created through colonization, just like the black man in America became a demon, a barbarian. And we'll tell you that, nigga, we on demon time. The mindset and attitude we got and capitalistic nature we get that from the barbarians, y'all. That is not the way our ancestors operated. We're operating outside of our original system, and we're calling it our original system, which is why I want to talk about Ephi today, right? Because Ephi is just another form of Christianity. Blood sacrifice. People say, well, I'm covered in the blood of Christ. Well, in Ephi, they kill animals and they cover themselves in the blood of animals in some sects of Ephi. We're going to get into that in a minute and show you why they cover themselves in blood. See, because when Christians say, I'm covered in the blood of Christ, it don't matter what I did wrong. You don't know that Christianity is a barbarian religion, just like Ephi. And every religion around the world that's killing something to ward off evil is doing the same thing that the Christian barbarians did when they colonized us. How do you think these Christians was able to hang us on trees if they weren't barbarians? And you telling me that they followed the law? You fooling yourself. These people didn't come over here with no law. When they came over here, we was following the law. They was the lawless ones, buccaneers and pirates.